Start. Right. Top chat, live chat. Be the one. Let's rotate that so I can see it somewhere. And that way I can read it as I'm playing. That would be fandabidozy. I mean, I can read it there. Don't want to read it there. Anyway. If it's on, is it on? Is it on? Awesome. Right. Now I've confirmed that it is actually working on my mobile phone. Live chat is on my phone, so I can reply. I can read live chat from the thing. It's telling me it's still playing remotely. It's typing. Not gonna worry about it too much. Anyways, let me find my controller. There it is. Let me grab this so this is closer for you, so everyone can hear me nice and clearly. But hopefully only hear me the once, because, you know, the phone is next to me. Anyways, right, so welcome, exiles, to a redo of what I was doing. So I posted two videos, two lives before this one, about getting from level 20 to level 60. And then I thought about it a little bit, and I was like, actually, it makes more sense to restart it all, show the character creation, and then start from the moment you spawn into the world to level 60. So this is where we're at. We're at the character creation screen. Obviously you can choose male or female. And yeah, I'll just accept those.
During the year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was transported into the exiled lands, crucified, and left to die for crimes that they may or may not have committed. Death comes swiftly on black wings, until fate intervenes.
Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city.
Test, test. Hello. Oh, okay. According to... I'm just going to go with what OBS is telling me. OBS is telling me the mic is working. Oh, okay. I can hear it working. Sorry about that. Had to receive a phone call from the girlfriend. I'm going to keep the character standing here. If I die and respawn, we'll carry on. Right now, I'm just going to quickly tidy my flat real quick. But please bear with me. I am here. If you have a message to ask me or you've got any questions about the game, feel free to post it in the chat. I will answer it as soon as I physically can do on message, like on the chat thing, so you can read it. But basically the essential thing is just to talk about what I just did. Is you spawn in, you walk up to the green tablet which is behind me, which is what we're looking at right now. If the chat wants to, little delay thing, but I love it. But yeah, so this tablet here, you click on it, it talks to you, it gives you the journey step of finding intelligent life. Which is this, where is it? This one, find signs of intelligent life. And then you kick, you dodge, which is the roll. You eat something, which is the bugs I just eaten from the bushes I just collected. You drink, grabbing the water skin, which is found on the stone that's just in front of us or behind us. Either. Make sure you climb the tablet, because it's very useful if you do. Oh yeah, this stone with this piece of paper on. You can collect a piece of paper.
left to rot among the ruins of the past. There are others here, slaves, bandits and cannibals, exiles from lands I've never heard of. Some of them try to scrape a life from the wasteland, scrabbling in the rocks and sand for their own place. I cannot go on. The life that I left behind haunts me. The sun over the glittering spires of Belverus has forever denied me. The smell of my daughter's hair. I will pass the ghost fence, and this cursed land will finally end me. To whoever reads this note, I leave the last of my water and this message. Stranger, you have my pity.
I'm back, and I'm guessing that this is working. Yep, according to broadcaster, it is. Right, I'm just gonna. Yes, working. Yep. Definitely working. Apologies that you're gonna hear that repeat. Looks like my friend's got drop on death enabled, so I'll let him know in a minute. I'll message him right now on the old Discord. Yes. If he's on Xbox, what I'll do is I'll jump in pie chat with him and then just directly tell him. It's easier that way. But yeah, it's definitely the old droppies on the deaths. Cool. Right. Since we have the fibers, what you want to do with the fibers is you want to create yourself this armor set. The fiber wraps. Right? And just grab as many of these as possible, and then you want to make some twine ready for when you need it. And you might as well make some healing items too while you're at it. Is he actually on right now? Yes, he is. Blah, 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 blah. So what I'm going to do now is, as you can see, is my character gets healed up. Healed up? What am I saying? Armored up. Right, we'll grab some of these sticks on the route. Where do those other sticks go? I'll hit. So you don't want to leave the broken highway too fast. There's quite a lot here you can do at the broken highway before you get down to the river. You want to do as much as you physically can do before you jump through the river. We're just going to build some tools, some very basic tools right here. Right. And then as you can see, I could build my very first bedroll just then. So we're also going to get that on the craft too. Right. So now we have water, food, healing items, tools that are now being built as we speak. Yeah, and then once we've got tools, we'll go from there, start making our way slowly to the river. Guild name. Okay, that was not gonna work. I normally run 2 guild names, but I don't want to run those guild names whilst I'm streaming, so I'm trying to think of a new guild name. I'll put it after the chariot work, and then we'll go from there. Right, as you can see, my first journey step, there's only 2, well, my first journey chapter, there's 2 more left to go, which is slay and use a bed or a bedroll. Right? Before we go and do any of those things, we're going to use our knowledge points. Right? And in our knowledge points, we're going to grab all of these things. So you want just the beds, the torches, you want to make sure you've got your weapons ready, shields, And you just basically want to just grab every single one that states it costs nothing. And make sure you go through this like 2 or 3 times. Make sure you've fully understood what each item does, where it comes from, blah. It's very frustrating. But as you can tell, so if we go... oh yeah, you want boxes and a campfire. Right, so if we start in the hammer, which is your mason stuff, which is basically where you find all of the building stuff in the game. So all of the foundations, stairs, elevators, trebuchets, everything. Right? You want to make sure as you progress through the game, you want to check this the most to make sure you've got absolutely everything. And all of these under here. So after you've come... So once you've got the Apprentice Mason, you will receive the Apprentice Mason. If you do not have the Artisipta DLC, you will not have the Salvager stuff. And you get the Journey Mason, which is standard Conan Exile stuff. And then the Master Mason, right? Which is your tier 3. Then you get your Aquilonian, which is the Jewels of the West DLC. And then you get the... and then you've got the Savage Frontier, the... I forgot what this one is called, but it's the Kaitite stuff. This is the Chinese DLC. I forgot its name off the top of my head. This is the Blood and Sands DLC. This is... I forgot its name again. This is like the Arabic one. This one is... the Dragon one, I believe that's its name. Can't think on the top of my head what this one's called, but this one's like the Viking-y one. The Yamato, so this one's the Japanese heritage one. And then the Riders of Hyboria, Artisipta Stormglass. Argosian, this is Greek mythology, a bit like the Aquilonian, the Jewels of the West. So both of those are Greek mythology. So if you like that kind of stuff, that's where it's based from. This is the Botches of Taketo. Trying to remember all of it is crazy. And then you come into the paintbrush, which this is all of your like decorative items. So as you can see, this one here is your torchbearer. So this one's all of your lights. So in torchbearer, the very first spending point, which I will get because I would like some of the torches. And then under Torchbearer, this one's new. This one come with the 3.0 update, which is Kindling Fire. Then you've got the standard braziers, which as you can see in the braziers, you've got the Stygian, which is the Egyptian stuff. Which is like it stems from the Egyptian dynasty. It's just kind of in the game. Sumerians, it's more of Conan's direct mythology. And then obviously you got the standard hang braziers, and you got your candles, your fireplace, the wall lanterns. These wall lanterns are not that great for light, but they are light. And then you got the witchfire stuff, and then the radiant wall torches, which are the absolute best lights you can get in the game. And then you get onto furniture making, which is where you gain all decorational items in the game, including all of the DLC stuff. So this is only a little bit of what you can and can't get in the selection. Then you got your taxidermy stuff, which is hanging your animal heads on the wall, and then you come over to the fireplace, the campfire one, which is where you find most of your tools, benches, and other stuff. So as you can see, here is your survivalist. This is where you get your water skin. This one's already as you can see, you got the water skin, improvised torch, the fiber bedroll, rawhide bedroll, twine, rough wraps, weak aloe extracts. You get that straight off the bat when you come into the game. It's not a feature point you need to spend, you already have it. And then you have the beds, which is, you need a bed at some point in the game, so I definitely advise to get the bed one. We'll have to get a drink in a minute. And then your torch, you'll need those, trust me. And then your stone tools, you get straight off the bat too, you don't have to worry about those. And then you start getting into your crafting stations. You will need pretty much exactly what I'm going to be listing as a guaranteed need. A lot of this isn't a need, it's more what you want to do as your character. So you will definitely 100% without a doubt, regardless of what server you go into, how you go into playing this game, you will need a furnace, you will need a blacksmith's bench, and you will need carpenter's benches. They are needs, they are not something you can choose to not to do. You can, this is more advised than need, but I would say you need it if you're going to try to get building better. You will need your iron tools and then upgrade them later. You'll need your tannery bench, which is how you craft your hides. Your hides give you armors, so they are a need. And a subtract from once you made hide is tar, and then once you have your tar, we'll get into that in a bit. Which is this one, which is Fireball Cauldron. And then, yeah, so with your tar, you can create your steel fire, your dragon powder, your alchemical base you don't need tar for. But yeah, with your Fireball Cauldron, that opens up all of your chemistry stuff. Your skinning knives, obviously, if you want those. The fodders are a choice. You don't need to use them. They come with once you gain the Fireball Cauldron, but you don't need to use the fodders. They are just DLC precise animals. That's all it is, to make sure animals look better. Grinder. This one's more of a if you would want it than a guaranteed grab. So, for example, for me, I like building better armor sets, like the more harder armor sets to gain in the game, like the ones that you unlock from the dungeons and stuff. For that, I need alchemical base. An alchemical base needs gold and silver powder, and the only way I can gain gold or silver powder is through the grinder in the game. Your dyeing bench, this one's definitely 100% a choice. It's not something you need, but go for it. Definitely upgrade to get better benches. With better benches, you craft stuff faster, so go for it. Definitely upgrade your tools. This one's a choice. I wouldn't worry about it unless you're PvPing all the time. This mountain bench, definitely a need. Pickaxes are a choice. Hardened steel tools, definitely a need. Again, upgrade your benches. Star metal tools, 100% without a doubt, need. Most of this in here can be negligible, needs better boxes, and then we'll go through the rest as we get through the game. But right now, when you're starting in the game, like where I am at right now, all you need to worry about is food, water, and like just trying to level up as fast as you physically can. Oh. And then you have your attribute points. For me, I'm going to put in vitality and in agility right now. Your attributes you can do whatever you want with. I used to be able to like get a really good character build out of the attribute system now, but where it's all changed, it's a lot harder. Right now I'm just gonna grab that journey step of Slay. So that's the Slay one, and as you can tell I grabbed one a different one there which was cripple an enemy. Anyways, as you can see there, I quickly grabbed some food just to try and get my character unhungry. And then we're basically just going to continue from there. Grab our knowledge stuff. And here we go. Now we can start grabbing stuff we need. Right, so now we're going to go check it all again. Need this to tame our thralls. As you can see, they've changed the way the system works, so I need to go back through all of this and make sure I've got all of the DLC ones, because it should automatically do it. The fact it's not automatically doing it is a little bit concerning. So as you can see, I can gain the armorer's bench. But I've used all my knowledge points. Which basically means I just need to level up again. Right? So I'm at level 10. You unlock the armorer's bench at level 10. It's just you can't. If you use up all of your knowledge points, you're pretty much screwed. So as you see, spend knowledge points. So I've got to get a dedicated weapon, which means I need to go and build a weapon off of a blacksmith's bench. Eat a filling meal. Find shelter, and go and do that in a minute. Perform a heavy finisher with a weapon, I can go and do that. Use a torch, I can do that. Scout and exile camp, I can go and do that. Store goods, I can do that. Create a home, I can do that. And block and attack, I can do that. What's this one that I did? Earn a perk. Okay, right. You'll notice as you go through the chapters, you will unlock a lot of the other chapters by accident. It's fine, don't worry about it too much. Try to focus on the chapter you're on. So like now I've unlocked chapter 2, I'm going to try and focus on chapter 2. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, is just trying to focus on chapter 2 by grabbing myself a bunch of stuff, try and get me ready to go for chapter 2 or whatever chapter for that matter. I'm just going to grab some other bits. Just in that way, I'm not just going to like try and get myself through all of the chapters. Quickly as possible. So I'm just gonna do this real quick. Grab one of those, and then 25. Oh, so now our tools come in handy here because you're going to be doing this quite regular. Oh, look, some more food over there. Nice. So, what we're going to do then is grab the old food from the imp there. Okay, so that's our shield. Now we need to make our sword, right? Where's our big rocks? So, we're going to place our campfire back down again. Just because I'm probably not going to leave this area anytime soon. Because right now I have no real reason to be leaving this area right now. So we're just gonna go across the old journey. Alright, so our next one is find shelter, which we can go and do in a bit. Finish a heavy weapon. So do a heavy weapon finisher, we're going to do that one. And we're going to do block and attack as well. I should get scout and exile camp straight away, which I should have just gained. There's the block of attack. There's the heavy finisher.
Curse you!
All glass, very useful. Ugh. Okay, so now we're back here again. As you can see now. Oh, there we go. So now he's reset, we can now sort him out. Now we've got better meat. Not much better, but a little. And you can tell it's a little bit better because when I just checked it just now, it had a 5-hour expiry time, so all your food will expire in the game. There's not much you can do about it. Unless on the server you're on, like like a custom server. The server admin of the custom server has turned it off, then well, you can't turn it off, you can just extend it really far. Okay. Right. So our next point of call is to grab our armorer's bench, because now we want it. Right? I'm going to grab the furniture maker too. And do basic armor patch kits. I'm personally grabbing the scrolls, because that's how I make war paints. I'm quite a PvP person, so I want to be able to have the upper hand on the person I'm going against, basically. Let's go and check all of the others now. Cool. Also, nothing looks like it's been missed, so I'm just going to check everything. The everything menu, because this will tell me what has and hasn't been missed. This I should already have, and this I should already have. Right. So now we're going to lift up our bedroll. We're going to put our hatchet away because we're not going to need it for a while. Oh, we have some attributes, so let's go and put it in expertise, so that way we can carry. Right, we are, where are we? We're in F3 at the very, very bottom. So we need to go somewhere that has a lot of resources that we're going to need to build, that replenish themselves on a regular. We're going to need a good place to get thralls and an easy place to level. So, last time I did this, I went up north to God's Claw Passage. This time, I'm gonna go and get to the jungle, because the jungle has a lot to offer for food. It also has a lot to offer for things that I will need. So it has a lot of wood, it has iron, it has thralls. The thrall camps there are not great, but they have named thralls there that I will need. And they are like the easiest named thralls to come across. So I'll just go for the easy option. Just temporarily. I know it sounds really petty, but right now I'm gonna go for the easy option, just in that way. You guys can follow along if you want. Go to the same place. Or if you don't want to and you want to go and try somewhere different, then go for it. Like, you know, it's your version of your Conan. You know, the only reason I go where I go is because I know those areas. So I go to the jungle because I know what's there, and I go up north because I know what's there too. If you're starting out in this game and it's the very first time you're coming across anything in the game, I would advise for you to stay near, like, don't stay near this river, because do not avoid it at all cost, and like try and come up here if you're like new to the game, and try and like come out here a little bit. There's a lot of good materials up here that you will need. There's a whole valley literally filled with silver. There's iron up there, there's coal, there's wood, there's stone, and if you can't get it directly there wherever you're built, you know, you've got the north, which has quite a bit, and you can always come back south, which has quite a bit. Right, so we're off to the jungle. Let's go. Along the way, we'll grab some bits that we'll need. Oh, now I've got some hide. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. I need to grab myself a skinning knife. How could I ever forget a skinning knife? Grab myself a skinning knife. Okay, so now we're making a construction hammer. And we are running to the jungle. Did I get well, I did. Right, let's go there. Let's check our knowledge points. Is there anything out of the ordinary I want to grab right now? Boom! Right, straight away, grabbing those things that I need. Right, you can tell I'm not messing about. I'm straight on it as soon as I can be. Now, what shocks me a little bit is the fact that my thing isn't in here, but I definitely have it. I'll go through there. There it is. Look. Requires the thing that I've already gone and went out my way for. Anyway, so What's there glass on my floor? Yeah. Sorry for the non... I'm not trying to be a drab or anything. It's just... I don't know what else to talk about right now because I'm not currently doing anything. But the reason what I will talk about is the reason why I advise people to stay away from this river that I'm following at the moment. Right, this massive river here that I'm currently following. If you've played this game for a very long time, like I have, we call this river Noob River. Mainly because everyone that's new to the game builds along the river. Which means that if you are 100% new to this game and you don't know where you're going, you are likely to build along this river. Which is the worst thing to do. It sounds patronizing, but it actually is the worst thing to do. When you join an official server, so the ones that Funcom hosts and stuff, when you go on there, whether it be PvP or PvE, you will have a clan that basically micromanages the server. Whoever they may or may not be. They will have lots of this around the map. Like just these. Not this specific one, but like this. Right? This is a tier 3 god altar. When you see it on the map, like this one, this Grove of Jabal Sag, you know that someone on the map has spent a lot of time doing stuff. Right? Which is fine. That's their due diligence to do so. But when it becomes problematic, and gets in the way of others, so like when you load in and then this tribe that's micromanaging the server, which we then call the Alpha tribe, and then sometimes you get a Beta tribe, and then and that's it basically. You get the Alpha tribe and the Beta tribe. So you get the people that try and run the server like it's their own, pardon me, and then you get the people that micromanage it below them, which is the Beta tribes. Right, but the Alpha tribe, this is going to sound horrible and rude and probably not the best advice in the universe, but it might be. The best thing you can do when you come across the Alpha tribe, if you ever do, is just stay out of their way. Right? Don't build near them, don't bother them. Right? Stay away from them. As much as humanly possible, stay away from them. They are the most passive-aggressive clan out there. They will be nice to you, they'll offer you stuff for free, blah-de-blah-de-blah, right? I know this because I've upset Alpha clans, and that's why I know. So I'm passing on the information that I hold, so other people don't end up down the same path I went once. I upset a lot of people that were very nice to me. I lost a lot of friends due to Conan, and I gained a lot of friends due to Conan. There is one thing that I learned when I started from nothing in a server. I worked all my way up through I joined a clan, I worked up that clan's ranks. I then became the leader of that clan. Then that clan became the biggest clan in the server. At one point, we became the Alpha tribe. But we weren't horrible. But we did become the Alpha tribe. Every time I've started a clan and then became the Alpha tribe, I've always had the base rule of, if newbies need help, give them help. Just don't expect what you're giving them to come back. So you can treat some newbies with all of the respect in the world. You can help them out, you can help them build, you can give them ideas, you can give them materials. It's relevant. You don't always expect it all back. Right? That's no disrespect to any of the newbies in Conan or the people that are just starting out or anything like that. It's just how it is. When you start off in the game, you're likely to have nothing, and it will take you a long time to get stuff back. Now, if you play like I play, I don't do nothing small. I do everything big. And when I mean big, I mean big. So, if there is a way of me getting a lot of one item, I am going to get a lot of that item. One way or the other. So, at one point in this game, I was so... I got so good at playing the game that I had literally 4 boxes of every single material you could physically get in the game. And I mean every single material. So we had boxes of stone, wood, we had boxes dedicated to branches, we had boxes dedicated to bark, boxes dedicated to just plant fiber, and then to spices in the game, because there's different types of spices, and each different version of spice had its own box. We had different types of plant fiber, because there's more than one version of plant fiber in Conan. We had stuff for all of the plants, so every single plant you can get your hands on in the game. We had boxes of aloe, seeds, we had the lotus flowers and their seeds. Everything was categorized. Every single thing you could think of. Right? Everything. So when people came to my base, apart from the fact it being an absolute laggy mess that no one could get near, which happens, is what it is. When you came to my base, you could get everything. And I mean everything. You didn't have to work to get it. We had it to the point we could spare you a box. And that's what we did. So when people needed stuff, we would have 4 boxes of materials that was ours, and the 5th box, so we'd have 5 boxes in total, but 4 boxes for our clan, and then a box that would be to help the newbies. So we had 1 dedicated box of materials that only noobs could get, that noobs could have. These boxes were easily accessible, they were unlocked, they were in the open, you could gain them at any time. We constantly refreshed the materials in there, and it wasn't a problem. We had no issues with anyone in the server being the Alpha Tribe and helping out. And then we just carried on. So we had a box outside full of stone, a box full of wood, a box full of plant fiber, half of it was plant fiber, half of it was twine. And we had a box full of iron, like physical iron bars. And that's all we had, right? The wood box was half between wood and shaped wood. The stone box was thirded, I believe. We thirded the box of wood. No, this box of stone. But I think we halved it after a while because we learned that we were kind of giving away a bit too much. So we had it third. So we had stone, brick, and hardened brick. In the wood, we had just wood and shaped wood. And in the box that had the iron box, we had the iron boxes, the iron reinforcements. Below that, we had... and then a box next to that, which was steel bars and steel reinforcements. We stopped doing steel reinforcements, and we draw that back just as steel bars, because steel bars are just as good. And we stopped doing the steel bars completely, because we noticed noobs were building up really quickly for no reason, and was like, hold on, let's draw back the steel bars. And we started drawing back the hardened brick, and then we just left it as shaped wood, brick, iron reinforcements. That was it. So that way you could only gain as far as tier 2 with my clan. And then at the end of that box, in one of those boxes, we started a new box for insulated wood. Because one of us went out of their way and went, oh, insulated wood's tier 2, so we'll give you that too. And then I was like, you know, insulated wood is also the path to tier 3 because it gives you black ice. And it was like, oh yeah. And then I had this massive argument with one of the people in my clan. So So then I stopped doing. I took the insulated wood box from outside back inside. And we had this long discussion between me and my clanmates for a very long time. It's like in-depth discussion as to why I do things the way I do. And then when we got completely raided by one of the noob clans, we got really close with them. We helped them build up. We forged this amazing alliance with them. We taught them how to fight. We taught them how to build. We taught them everything we could have ever taught them without them being in our clan. So essentially they was a part of our clan, but they weren't. And when I mean we taught them everything, we taught them everything you could ever teach someone. To the point we no longer held knowledge for them. Like, they knew how to do dungeons on their own. They knew how to do everything. We were very rarely ever took them anywhere as our clan. Which was fine, because that's what we wanted to do. We wanted them to be their own people. It was like, hey, look, right, we've basically given you all of the things that you can do. Now we're going to take a step back and see how you guys do. If you ever need us, give us a message, we'll be there. So then my clan went back to doing the standard of making sure the server was running regularly. Like, we checked everyone's bases, make sure whose is on decay, whose is not on decay. If there was a base decayed, we would message the person that we know in that clan, whether it be the clan leader or one of the clan people. We'd message one of the people we knew and be like, hey, your base is decayed. It is literally falling apart and there's loot bags on the floor. We have picked up your base, we have all of your loot, it is in boxes in our base labelled with your clan name. We are not going to touch it. If you want it back, you can come and collect it anytime. One of us are always available. And that's how I ran for a very long time. And people were happy with that because they had their stuff back. And then we had one clan, as I say, the one we trusted, they started turning on us. They started picking off our little tiny bases we had. And when I mean little tiny bases, a lot of my clan mates, they come away from the main base to build their own base. So that way, if there was going to be someone to start a fight on us, they would end up picking one of the smaller bases over the main big base that had everything in. Which was a smart move for my clan. I didn't stop any of my clan doing this. I fully supported them in doing it. I helped them all build their own little unique base with whatever they wanted. So when we had a clan of 10, you can imagine we had the one big base that was centralized as much as it could be for everyone to gain access to if they ever needed anything. And then we had 9 other bases around the map. Some at dedicated points, so that way if there was someone there, we could help. And some were a little bit more hidden and out the way, so that way you can grab them. So we had 5 and 5. In a way, we had 5 obvious in your face, hey, we're here, and then 5 very hidden discreet bases. Now, one of those hidden discreet bases was the main base. It was hidden. It was on the beat. We took it off the beaten path, like way off the beaten path. It was for a very long time on the path. And all of us were happy with that. We could access it. Everyone could access it. We were always available. It worked for a very long time. Until it didn't. And then we got absolutely annihilated. The clan knew where our main base was. They come to the main base, the powerhouse of the whole clan, and they just wiped it out. And I mean wiped it out. There was nothing left of that base. Not a thing. And it's such a shame to think someone that you've helped for so long turns on you, but it happens. You know, I had to do it to a clan once because they just got so big for their shoes. I was like, someone needs to put you in your place. So I ended up putting that clan in their place and I was like, look, you guys are getting so big for your boots, it's unreal. You need to back off a little bit, calm down, play the game. Like, relax. You know, and then, yeah, basically it turned into this massive, absolute mess that no one wanted to deal with. Not a single person. So no one in my clan wanted to deal with it. No one in any other clan in the server wanted to deal with it. And I was already tired and fed up. had these people just coming at me for no reason. They were just constantly on top of me, and it was a whole bunch of stuff just went on very quickly for no reason whatsoever. I accepted what was to come. I accepted quite a bit of the clans that were there to help. And a lot of them that weren't there to help soon disappeared very quickly. We got rid of them. We couldn't be asked. So then we went off to another server after our absolute mess situation we had on that one. Started a whole new clan, whole new situation, new people. We thought, oh, it's a chance of a new start on the server. And we did that for a long time. We just found our new routes and we found new friends. Just carried on again. And then as time went on, between bouncing around between server and server, each time I changed server to try again because I just couldn't be bothered with the arguments on one server, I lost clanmates. And it's sad that I've had to lose those clanmates. Those clanmates were very, very supportive of a lot of things I did. And then those clanmates made their own clans and started doing their own thing, and then turned into the most horrible people I've ever come across. And it was just so disgusting to think that at one point they were my clan. You know, I backed these people up, I defended them in every single situation. And it just didn't matter. And it hurt an absolute ton that these random people I thought I could trust in the game just couldn't trust them. They become untrustworthy. And it sucks. It sucks big time. I've learned my lesson not to trust anyone, and now I don't trust absolutely anyone on Conan. I stay as far away from any clan in the universe. Literally, I am out there. So as fast as I join the server, I make sure I'm doing the things that I'm advising you guys to do now. Stay away from the Alpha Tribe once I know which one is the Alpha Tribe, because I know what I'm looking for. Once I've established who is the Alpha Tribe, I just stay out that way. I'm like, okay, I know who you guys are, blah blah blah, cool bits. And then, you know, I ran my own server, I became server admin, I learned tons and tons and tons of stuff about how the game runs, like how servers operate, which things create lag and don't create lag in servers. So, you know, if I'm spotting stuff on a server, I know exactly what I'm looking for. Like, you know, I got so good at being able to debug servers that I just became like a debugger. For my friends that started their own servers, they invited me to their servers, like, hey, you know how to do this and this, can you check ours out? And I'm like, yeah, whatever, cool. And then I stopped doing that for a while, and then I joined a PVEC server that unfortunately is no longer around, that had an amazing admin, had amazing players. I got on with everyone. I met some people there that I went into other servers with. And then those people, you know, stopped playing because life got in the way. That's what it is. I'm not mad. And then I found another server. I joined that one. Got really friendly with the admin on that one, which I pop in and out of every now and again if Conan wants to work. So the admin in that server is a really nice guy. He's absolutely a fucking awesome guy. 100% would recommend that server if you're into PvP all day, every day. You know? And at the moment, I'm playing a PVE server that my friend made. So I'm just doing that at the moment. I just wanna, so that way I can teach people about the game and how I played the game for this long. I started playing Halloween 2018, which wasn't not long before that. Well, so before that, before Halloween 2018, the game released officially, anyways. So the game released May 2018. I joined in October 2018, so I wasn't too far behind everyone else when I joined. So I know a lot of the bugs and stuff that were there. I didn't play the game when it was in beta because I didn't know the game existed then. But I have been here for every update since then. I've seen every single fucking break, glitch, mesh, in hack, whatever, cheats people do. I've seen it all. I have witnessed everything. There is nothing that I haven't come across before. So, and that's why I thought I'd stop playing servers that I can't. No, I'm not. I know people are gonna like try and. What I'm sure everyone's heard of is stream snipe, and can't be asked. At the end of the day, I'm here to teach people how to play the game the way I've learned to play the game on my own. So I did get taught a lot about how to play this game, but then I've also taught myself a hell of a lot more than what I was taught when I started playing this game. Because I got taught how to fight. Nothing else but to fight. I got sped through every level on the game. I didn't have a chance to learn anything. So everything from 2018 to 2019 was pretty much just me learning how to play the game. A lot of it I've learned along the way of people helping me. I've had a lot of it I self-taught myself, so I really dove into it. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to do certain things. I've asked server admins that have played since beta. I've asked friends that have played this game since beta as well for their opinions and what they could teach me. So I have a mixture of knowledge on this game. I have a lot of old school knowledge now. Like a lot of how to do the old stuff I know how to do. A lot of the new stuff I'm still learning how to do, how to fiddle with it, how it works. But there is pretty much not much to this game I don't know about now. Which is really, really good, because then when I join servers or I have friends that are asking for help, I am more helpful now. But obviously when I'm doing so much to be able to give myself the best possible outcome of the game. One of those. So here you can see I'm just starting to build my home. I might see if I can nip it up with creative mode, but at the same time I don't really want to be cheating. I want to do this properly, so we'll carry on doing what we're doing. There we go, there's that. As you can see here, I'm just getting pretty decent. start off with, I'm gonna use the whole bottom floor now, and then basically just expand it as much as I can do when I can do. Obviously, the only problem with where I'm building right now, it's when you're upgrading it, it's a bit of a hassle. I know it's a hassle. Like, this is a base you want to come to building straight off the bat of tier 3. It's not something you wanna start off with, but there's nothing here for miles, and this is way off the beaten path. It's quite hard to get to if you don't know what you're doing. So, you know, that's why I came here. Also, I had a base here on another server. It worked really well, apart from the fact that server just kept glitching out because of the amount of people that was just breaking Conan on that server specifically. But this one, if it starts having problems with this here, then I know for sure, hey, look, this is actually a problem that Funcom need to be solving. And I'll be taking up with Funcom. So yeah. There's literally every tree up here for now. Oh, 41, that'll do. It's quite a boring job, this bit that I'm doing now, just building your, your first base and your house. But it's got to be done. So, just getting on with it. And at the moment I'm just clearing what I can of where I can and how I can. And as you can see here, that proper, oh, proper pain in the butt. So we're going to get some more trees from just down the beaten path here. As you can see, there's a proper path. You can see what I mean by it. Yeah, it's very out the way. Efficient harvest. Final hit when harvesting grants twice as many resources. Careful harvest. You're twice as likely to gather rare resources when harvesting. Da-da-da-da. Behind the ground seems legit. Oh, cool. I can build 3 doors. Ah, I need 3 doors. 1. Ah, here's my butt. Excuse me again. Yeah, right. We're nearly at level 20 now, so we'll go through this again to make sure that we're not missing anything. Ah, yes, the earthenware jug. And nothing in here by the looks of things. Nope, nothing there. Some standard weapons. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Cool. Got everything I need from here, don't I? Yep, that's fine. And then, yeah, that's fine. Cool. So, let's see if we can build a crafting station. I need 500 stone. And you know what I don't have? 500 stone. But yeah. Not nice. Anyways. I'm gonna call it quits at that. I'm now excessively hurting. My back is killing me. Like, I mean, proper killing me. So I've got to try and figure out how to. Oh, there it is. There's that one. Quit the Xbox app. Close that one. Where is the image? Right, there we go. So I'll catch you another time. thank you for watching. And I'll either do another one tomorrow, or I'll leave it for a bit, because I normally can't sit here for ages on end doing this. But yeah, catch you later, guys.